Have you ever heard of a challenge so great, so overwhelming, that even the mighty Hanuman, the unstoppable force himself, had to pause, his strength tested, his confidence shaken? What if I told you that this isn't just another victory tale, but a rare story where even Hanuman faced uncertainty? Imagine a forest so dark, so tangled with vines and shadows, that even sunlight seemed afraid to enter. Deep in this wilderness, the air clings heavy, silent, only the sound of your breath echoing back. That's where this story takes its first step. You know Hanuman as the invincible, the one who made the impossible look easy. We've all heard about his leap across the sea, lifting mountains with a single hand, and his unwavering loyalty to Lord Rama. But here's the twist. In this story, Hanuman comes face to face with a moment that shakes even his faith in himself. If you think you know all there is about Hanuman, you're in for a surprise. We are about to dive into a challenge that even the deity of strength had to struggle through, and what that moment teaches all of us. Before we jump in, hit the subscribe button, because these are the epic tales and ancient mysteries you don't want to miss. Back in the days when Lord Rama, Lakshman, and their allies were fighting for Sita against Ravana, the war wasn't just a battle of weapons, it was a test of the mind and soul. The forces of good and evil clashed in ways that put every hero to the test. Hanuman, always ahead of the rest, seemed unstoppable. He had already brought Rama's signet ring to Sita in Lanka, set the golden city on fire to send a message to Ravana, and leaped all the way over the ocean without thinking twice. But then came a turning point, one that required not just muscle, but faith, humility, and the courage to look inside. During a fierce day on the battlefield, Indrajit, the cunning son of Ravana and a master of dark sorcery, unleashed a weapon so terrifying that even the bravest fell helpless. Using his mystical arrows, Indrajit covered the sky, trapping nearly all of Rama's army in webs of illusion. The very air seemed to hum with menace, thick with a power more sinister than any ordinary weapon. Hanuman watched as Jambavan, the wise and ancient bear, struggled to his knees. Angad's shouts grew weaker. Rama and Lakshman, proud and fierce just moments ago, lay still as if under a spell. The ground was littered with the warriors of truth, as if night had fallen in the middle of the day. For a moment, Hanuman's heart raced. Was this defeat? Doubt crept in, a feeling alien to him. He looked around. The sky, the earth, even the vines seemed to have given up. For the first time, Hanuman felt a shiver, a flicker of helplessness. Inside his mind, memories flashed. He saw the Manki-king Sugriv trusting him, Lord Rama embracing him, Sita giving him her blessing. Had he ever failed them? Hanuman closed his eyes, pressing his fists into the earth, searching for a trace of hope. He had always believed that when courage failed, faith would guide the way. But right now, both seemed out of reach. Suddenly, a thought pierced the darkness. In the tone of his mother Anjana, soft, steady, powerful, Hanuman remembered her words. Strength is not in your arms, my son. It is in your heart. Even gods face struggle. Faith means standing up once more, even when the world says you cannot. The memory is as solid as the mountains he once carried. With new resolve, Hanuman scanned the battlefield. The wise Jambavan lay injured, but his eyes met Hanuman's with a glint of hope. There is a way, Jambavan whispered. The only cure for such dangerous sorcery, he said, was the Sanjeevani herb, a miracle plant that could heal the fallen and undo any curse. But it grew only on the distant Dronagiri mountain, far away in the north. No ordinary journey, not even for Hanuman. Could Hanuman reach the mountain before the night was over? The hours were slipping away like grains of sand. For the first time, he doubted not just his speed or strength, but the very path itself. Hanuman took a deep breath. I must try. For Rama, for Sita, for every soul fighting here, that is reason enough. The wind, sensing his urgency, seemed to whisper encouragement. He remembered flying over the sea, that chilling moment when Sursa, the serpent goddess, blocked his path, testing his wits. She had taught him that problems don't always need brute force, they need heart. Launching himself into the sky, Hanuman soared, but the way was anything but clear. Storms battered him. The winds tried to turn him back. Demons tried to distract him with illusion and false voices. In one frightening moment, Hanuman almost lost his direction. The mighty mountain stood before him, shrouded in clouds, hundreds of plants covering its slopes. Which, among so many, was the real Sanjeevani? Here, Hanuman's struggle became a lesson. He crouched by the plants, thinking strength alone cannot solve every problem. Sometimes, it's wisdom and humility that make the difference. Once again, he remembered Jambavan's quiet faith, Sita's trust, and Lord Rama's promise. I am but a servant. If I am meant to succeed, the path will open. But with every passing second, the condition of Rama and the others grew worse. The tension was thick, almost dreaming. Desperate, Hanuman did what only someone ready to admit their own limits would do. He lifted the entire mountaintop and carried it back, so not a moment would be lost searching further. This act, bigger than any previous deed, was not just force and power. It was the courage to try something different when old ways were not enough. As Hanuman landed, trembling from exhaustion, the healers rushed to the mountain. They found the Sanjeevani, they crushed and prepared it, and one by one, the warriors woke, the darkness lifting. Rama smiled, Lakshman's eyes slowly opened, and hope poured out over the battlefield like rain after drought. Standing there, Hanuman understood. Even the strong, the brave, the gifted, sometimes they reach limits. What matters is not whether you feel fear or doubt, but whether you choose to rise again, to try, to find a way, even if it means carrying a mountain instead of looking for a single leaf. So what does Hanuman's rare struggle teach us? Sometimes, life hands us problems that strength alone can't solve. We all face moments when we are lost, unsure, even afraid. In those moments, it's not just about being the strongest or the fastest, but about listening, learning, and having the heart to keep going even when the odds say no. If this story made you see Hanuman a little differently, or made you feel a bit stronger about your own challenges, don't miss what's coming next. Tap to watch the next video lighting up on your screen right now.